Hey, folks. Welcome to the 4099 podcast with your hosts, Dima and
It's Nick.
And tonight, on this day of this horrid but wonderful year, all at the same time, we have certain days of the year that are just really, really good. And today is a really, really good day because we have my man James back in the studio for the second time.
Yeah.
And you actually so far the only guest to have come back. I mean, we have some in the works coming up. But yeah, no, so you're the first time coming back guest, right?
Repeat offender. That's yes.
Yeah.
Book them.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Repeat offender.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro, it's really good to have you back on.
I appreciate that. That's an honor right there.
Yeah, bro. Of course, the honor is ours, man. Do we want to crack these bad boys open?
Why are you even ask?
Let's do the tradition.
I love this one. This
one's not bad.
Would y'all like to do the tradition that me and my friends do?
What you got?
We do tits to ass.
Tits to ass?
Yes, you go tits, ass, drink.
Okay. Word. Tits ass, drink.
You do gotta let me try that pale ale.
Yeah, no, we're back at it, folks. Welcome to the 4099 family. If you are coming back, welcome back. If you are a new listener or viewer, welcome.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Make sure to, of course, hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to this,
more importantly,
hit that like button.
Nope. More importantly,
drop a dog shit
comment in the basement, boys.
Yes, drop a dog shit comment in the basement. Yeah, all that. If
I got my pooper scooper up, I'm ready to answer some questions.
Yeah, no, Nick has been ready for a while now. So yeah, guys, make sure to comment.
Give me something to do.
Give Nick something to do. If you're listening to this via streaming services, we really thank you so much. We're trying to run those numbers up, so welcome to you guys too. We never want to leave anyone out, so welcome. And yeah, James, bro, like I said, man, it's super cool to have you back. What's been going on? Has there been any new events since we last spoke? I know Nick wasn't here, so
Yeah. So last time from where we were left off, I was around 720 something subs. That was about 5 months ago. Fast forward, I honestly didn't think I was gonna make it maybe till New Year's to hit this goal, but now I'm over 1,000 subscribers currently. Right now at 1,028. Yes, sir. So that's been very, very exciting. And if like y'all don't know from last one, I'm a reaction channel mostly for K-pop and P-pop not because I mess with the music vibe over there, but honestly they just do it better over there. From music video, from the videos, cinematography, choreo, just all of it combining together with CGI.
You're saying a higher end production?
Yeah, higher end production that we don't see in America. America, it's the typical just same little scenarios, 3 or 4 scenes, same outfits, just girls dancing and all this stuff. When you got groups over here actually like dancing, so it's not only that you're hearing like rap flows, vocals, you're getting like a whole choreo going along with it, and it's just honestly phenomenal to see how they do it each time. Because each group always has something different to them, and I enjoy doing it.
Hell yeah, that's something interesting to mention though, right? Is like, why do you think their production, they spend way more time and way more effort in the production over there?
Because over there, music videos are basically like everything. They put their all into the music videos. They try to at least, they give the MVs over there, because that's how they like to short it off, into like mini films basically. So
now,
like,
what's an MV before we continue?
Music video.
Okay.
So that's how they usually go by it. They usually just say MV instead of doing like music video. Some do official music videos, some of them do MVs. It's how they always like label it off. So, but it's just the production quality. It's like watching a movie. Like some of them, because some of the some groups, some of the members would like to do some of their solo stuff. And there's one guy from BTS, Suga, he had his comeback with August D2.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his songs that he came out with was Detrata. And it was literally like the whole, from the beginning of the scene to the end, it was like watching a whole like straight up like Korean style like movie. And it was pretty dope because he's playing two different characters. For like the first person you see him playing as is like an emperor, king, walking out of his palace. There's like dead bodies on the ground covered up and stuff.
Wow.
Then he's playing like another character that's different. It's a whole storyline in between that too of what's he doing and how it's doing. But it's honestly like fantastic just to see. So because they're more focused on making their MVs very eye-catching. That's like they love to do the focus. And then when you're seeing all that, of course they will have like choreo, dancing and all that stuff. You take that and they'll do the dancing and show all that stuff, but when it comes to the actual, like, because the live performances are even better, because when they're on the live stage they go crazy, and you see a lot more in the live performance dancing wise that you wouldn't see unless they actually officially make the MV saying a performance video.
Right.
And then that's when you get a whole like dancing.
So it's a system, man. It's cool to see like so much effort and so much concentration on the visuals, right? Because, you know, especially, I mean, this goes beyond Korea, right? Like we look at even like Japan and how much money and just effort they spend in their anime, right? And we see, I mean, Korea is like, first of all, like that's definitely one of the tech hubs of the world, right? So I'm sure they because of the fact that it's such a technology driven environment country.
Oh yeah, especially with the editing.
Yeah,
it's
the editing must be crazy.
Editing is stupid crazy, especially when they go in the transitions, especially when they had beat transitions, because when they switch the beat up, like there'll be like a whole different scene that match the mood with it, and it's just like it's crazy how it just all comes together. Because like I catch everything mostly the first time I see it, but if there's something I miss, I go while I'm editing it, I'll end up seeing like more of it, and I'm just like, I didn't catch that the first time, and now I'm seeing it. Now when I watch it, I'll be like, oh my god.
I love that. I don't do that with music videos, but I do that with a lot of like films that I watch, and I'll run it back, and I'll run it back, and I'll run it back, and like it's almost a vicious cycle. But every time I dive in, it's a new detail pops out.
Yeah, a new detail. And it won't be something big. It'll be something little that you don't notice, but then when you do, and then you see it,
like how the fuck did I miss this?
Yeah, and you see it every single time now when you watch that scene. It's just like.
Yeah, you're like
brain explosion.
This adds so much context to the entire like environment.
Yeah, and it just be the littlest thing ever.
Yeah,
that's what I like about the transitions, because it'd be like little transitions, like little smooth transitions, but just the way how they do it. Like there's one song called "God's Menu" by Stray Kids. Like one part they go do do do, and as soon as the guy goes like this and starts hitting like this, that's when the rest of the group just start flashing up onto the screen when he goes like that.
Wow.
And then they just go full into the dance, and I'm just like, God.
So these hand gestures are like summoning everyone.
Yeah, it's just like him just going like that, and it just brings everybody in there, and it's like a whole different scene, and they're in a whole different outfit, and that's the crazy thing is because each scene, like they have different outfits. That's the crazy thing. So it's like imagine like putting all that together. It's a lot because you're going through like multiple outfits, and it can be just any kind of outfit. And that's another thing over there, because the visuals, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love women, but over there, their men are way too much over there.
Yeah.
It's too much sex appeal over there.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's not. I sit here, like tomorrow's video that I have, like, literally, it was like today's video, like, one of the leader, he, like, lifts his shirt up, straight abs, and I was just like, listen, I got a gut. I ain't the fittest person, but I can appreciate a good set of abs when I see them.
Right.
And that's what I said. I was like, and he's the reason why if any person that gets into this group right now reacts to them, they're going to be the girl. If it's a girl reacting to it, they're going to like be like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the crazy thing. Like, especially tomorrow's video, because tomorrow's video is just a lot of too much visual kings.
Bro. Yo, hey, look, man, you're dropping gold. You're dropping knowledge. So many different examples you're pulling from. because I'm assuming you reacted to all these videos and stuff. That's one thing I just want to like talk to you about is like your work rate. Your work rate is like almost unmatchable, bro. Like we've been following your. I mean, for the folks that don't know that are coming in for the first time. I mean, we've been friends since 6th grade, man.
Six grades.
I've been following you, you know, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. And bro, like the consistency and the amount of content you drop on YouTube is crazy. What is it like? Like almost 3 videos.
Yeah, 3 or 4 videos, depending. It honestly
every week.
Yeah, it honestly depends because I have my set days. I try to do it because I was trying to do one like every 2 days, and then I realized that was taking a lot of energy out of me, especially with work because I mostly close all the time. So usually I get my sleep in because I stream after work and I don't go to bed till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time I wake up, it's time for me to go to work and I don't have time to record. So I stopped doing that, and then I decided Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday to have my days off because then that gives me a rest the day to edit or record. And what I like to do is like if I'm recording, I like to record 2 different videos in one sitting. Like I'll do one, get it all done, recorded and all that stuff, stop, and then I'll literally just transition and go into another video and get it set up. And I try to get 2 videos knocked out a day. Like, or at least every day I try to record, I try to get 2 videos knocked out.
He's got the assembly line down.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But though that don't let it fool you, folks. Like every video is spot on, point blank. Like there's no drop in like quality.
Yeah.
Because of the quantity, you know, it's like you're getting the same really good quality.
It's like when you buy a Volvo.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You know, you're not going to turn any heads, but it'll keep you safe.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that was a terrible metaphor.
But
they're pushing out a lot, but fuck, they're good cars.
Yeah, no, they're good cars, quality cars. You can
I
pretty
actually
much
saw a Volvo at the gas station a couple of days ago. I was like, that bitch is sharp.
Yeah. No, Volvos, man. People sleep on Volvo, man.
It's the same thing with Toyotas.
Yep.
Everybody says they make fun of Toyotas, but I'm sitting here. It's like if you really look when it comes to the cost of repairs, Toyota is one of the ones that are a lot more cheaper than any other thing. Saying like BMW or like regular or Range Rover, just Ford stuff like that. Like it's gonna be even Dodge is expensive. Just because of all the parts they put in, because now most of the time they're literally just putting like racing stuff in most of their cars because the big sellers are what Challengers and Chargers.
Yep.
So it's
horsepower.
Like,
yeah, man. Nick can tell you all about that shit.
Thinking about donut media, more horsepower, baby, more torques.
Yeah, man. No, man. That's that. I think I do think it's really important to mention that fact, just because, you know, like now, you know, because of this virus and stuff like that, people are sitting at home. People are more like invested in looking at YouTube videos, just sitting on the computer a little bit more, you know, and the fact that you can just, if you are like actually wanting to get into this YouTube thing, or even, you know, even like make your own content, you know what I mean? You would probably say just consistency, hard work, just getting that shit done, sitting down and getting it done.
Yeah, don't overwork yourself, because that's the one thing
burnout
most people do is like when they get out here, they want to try to do a video like every day. And don't get me wrong, like saying if you ain't got nothing, if you ain't got a job, you ain't got nothing, saying you're like, if you're a high schooler right now, you're in school and all that stuff, you ain't got a job yet and all that stuff, and you want to get into YouTube and content, do it. Because you have the time, because all you got to focus on is school. You have that extra time. You do your homework first. Make sure you got good grades. Make sure your grades are good.
Do your homework, kids.
Literally, because your grades will affect to see how much content you can put out. Because how I see it, because I have my boss, she has a son, and he's obviously not doing well in school. And all he wants to do is play video games and all that stuff. And she's done every option that she could do, even being nice with that. And now she just doesn't care.
There's only so much, you know?
I was like, literally, just I was like, I always say this, was like, parents, let your kids try to achieve their dreams. But I also go and say, make sure you give your parents a reason to not try to stop you. Because at the end of the day, your parents want the best for you. And they're going to think what's going to be the best option for you. you got to prove them otherwise if you want to get your goal.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's a really, really good point for anyone that's out there. I mean, that's in that high school bracket, or even fuck that. You're out of college and you're trying to figure out things, and you really just want to maybe start your own business or go into YouTube or whatever. Like, listen, hey, do your work and then play. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do whatever you have to do chores, do whatever you got to do, pay the bills. But then after that, go hard.
Exactly.
And don't give anyone a reason to
doubt you,
to yell at you or doubt you or whatever.
Or like
to reiterate, we're just saying be on top of your shit.
Be on top of your shit.
Yeah,
man.
be on top of your shit.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be the same thing coming into YouTube and all that stuff. You gotta be on top of your shit.
Yep.
Like, and that's the same things. I also live stream on Twitch and stuff. I stream about my streaming schedule is Tuesday through Saturday, or at least I try to get there as most of those days and just get myself a rest or whatever. But it's like I'm not as popping as much on there. I have my homies that do come through and talk to me, give me a few subscribers and all that stuff. That's why, because how my streaming is, I treat it as like my vibe time and just hanging out with my homies and all that stuff and just talking with them and playing video games with them. Like you would on an ordinary day, like back in the days when you would get on your PlayStation, your freaking Xbox, and get on Call of Duty and play with the boys and all that stuff. Just things like that, but that's saying like things aren't cheap nowadays now.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we got these new Xboxes dropping. I mean, they got those under the hood changes that they make every single time around.
Because they try to make it compete with PC.
Yep.
And all that stuff, but it's sad to say. It's like when they say it's going to be challenging PC, and then what happens? AMD or Intel come out with a whole new graphics card that just blows it out the water. Like the 3080. Like as soon as they had announced the 3080 graphics card, it sold out immediately. Like people were having trouble. Like people were literally refreshing and seeing that they can get a hold of one, and as soon as they did, they got it, and then they would be saying sold out. Like it was going crazy. Yeah, people went crazy. That's the one thing about PCs, that as soon as something new happens or new like gear to upgrade your system and stuff comes out, it goes like that, and it's hard to come by to get any new things. So I've been trying to get a Logitech webcam that's usually recommended for streamers and all that stuff, but it's completely sold out. And it's the same thing with these Blue Yeti microphones. It's hard to get one unless someone get one that's used from a third-party company, and then I'm not going to trust that, because what if they just take my money and then like that? Even if it's through Amazon and stuff, that it could happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No. That's that. I mean, everything is being sold out. Just like we were talking about, just because of this virus, bro. People are sitting at home. People are trying to, whether it be like, improving their house or improving. I mean, maybe even starting their own thing. Right. They get the really high-tech computer, but then they figure out, they get deeper in the hole, right? And they're like, oh man, I got to buy this microphone, or oh man, I got to buy this camera. And then you're just like, oh my God, the wait time on that shit's like 2 months.
Exactly.
Damn.
And you're not guaranteed by the time you get there, because it can literally drop a day when you're at work in the morning or nighttime. And by the time you get off and you get that notification, you try to get it. I mean, if you don't get it right then and there when you get the notification, by the time your shift ends, it could be gone, sold out already, and be like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You got to basically just live on the computer nowadays.
And you got to have the money for it too.
Yeah.
It ain't cheap.
Yep. Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, bro. But no, man. Like, kudos to you, bro. Kudos to your hard work. And hard work pays off, man.
Yes,
hard work is sweet. 1,000 subs, man. That's amazing, bro. That is really, really good.
So I want to look at that a little bit, though. I want to put all eyes back on you for just a second here.
Sure.
And so I wasn't here for like your first your debut debut appearance, but so what I understand is you do reaction videos.
Yes, sir.
And my big question in that is, what was the inspiration for that? What was what is the drive? What is the motivator?
So, besides video games.
Oh, before you start this, if you guys haven't checked out like the first time James was on here, make sure to go back. I think it was. Do you remember episode 13, something like that? Around that area. Go back.
We could probably slap a sticker like right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
And yeah, go peep that. But anyway, continue, bro. My bad.
Yeah. So like besides gaming always being there for me to get my mind off of things, I also have music has always been there with me too through a lot of times. And like I said before, I think I mentioned it, but so BTS, they helped me a lot through my journey of like depression and helping me on my self-care journey, making me learn how to love myself through their music and stuff. But besides that, so my inspiration came is like I used to watch people a lot that used to like just react to just normal stuff, like funny videos and all that stuff,
like unboxing videos.
Yeah, unboxing videos, because I used to do unboxing videos too for some things I can't talk about because legal reasons.
Yeah.
But
hell yes.
Yes. But I used to do that, and then it's just with that, it's just wanted to get into it. That was something I always wanted to do. That's like seeing them just doing what they're doing, having a good time, being themselves. That's I can tell when someone's actually genuinely being themselves and giving a genuine reaction, and then someone just faking it. And the ones that genuinely gave their reaction out, that's the ones who I
gravitated
to, because that's just them being them and into that. So like, besides me trying to do doing what they did and went to the funny video reaction compilations, I went towards a topic that most people in this country are still afraid to make that target to due to language barrier, and I went towards K-pop.
And K-pop, we've been throwing that term around, but for anyone that's not familiar, is Korean pop.
Yeah, so. Korean pop music, and it's just like I said, is like if you look at their production quality and all the hard work that the members usually do, because there's some groups that literally just do everything themselves, from like production quality, writing songs, all that stuff. So when you see all that and seeing all the talent that they put in, and then you got their label and their crew doing the filming with the camera works and all that stuff and hitting all the angles, and then the editing is like I said before, it's like watching a movie or watching like a small trailer to something. And usually most of the time the videos are always niche perfect quality.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool listening to you say it, because you're in front of a camera all the time, and usually it's only the people that are in front of the camera that really understand what goes into a lot of those shots, right? Yes. It's like even like when we're setting up this podcast, right? Yeah. We got to pick the right camera at the right angle, right resolution. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah. And so like looking through these videos, right? They're like, they have so many cameras, so much shit going on. The lighting, right?
They have the money and the equipment to be able to just put everything together perfectly. And don't get started, especially when it comes down to the editing, because like I said, when I watch these videos, especially when it's first time, and usually 99.9% it's usually a first time me watching everything. Like I'll have to I try to catch everything. And if I don't, and usually when I go through the editing process, that's when I usually catch things I didn't catch before.
Yo, my favorite is like when you're reacting to something, you're like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta pause this shit.
Yeah, I gotta pause it.
I gotta rewatch this shit.
Yeah, I'm always doing that, dude. Because it'd be something like something simple, or just something just like I know that's gonna catch a lot of people's eyes. So I just gotta go back, because like sometimes it can be simple as someone in the background doing some crazy dance move, and you just go and be like, what was that? And you have to rewind it back and check. Because sometimes I'd be just looking, and sometimes it's also like members of the groups. Like sometimes I have to go back and look. I was like, nah,
who did that?
I was like, who did that? Who's hitting that vocal? Whose rap flow is this? Like, because sometimes there'll be a lot of chaos going on, and you can't tell who's who until you have to go back and look. I'm just like, aha! Yeah, you're the one that's. I was like, you're the one that's doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Word.
So I'm filling it out, and what I think I'm getting from you as like your direct inspiration to do this is just a genuine, organic, fun experience.
Yeah, that's like I been telling everybody. I'm not doing this to become famous. I'm not doing this to become rich. I'm literally doing this because I have fun doing this, and I want to bring people on my journey into doing this and seeing them how they see how I am. Because I go to different groups, and each groups have their own fandoms. So maybe and I also listen to artists that I mess with that are in America. So sometimes I like to think that if I'm doing a whole different group of somebody that only one person comes to my channel to check out, and then they see me with a new upload and they check that out, and then that puts them interest of seeing that group, and then if they get interested in that group, then they get interested of seeing me doing the next reaction and doing it. Yeah. And it's like that. It's like this
that snowball effect.
Yeah, it's the snowball effect. And that's what I want to do. I just want to spread all types of music and vibes to just everybody. It doesn't matter like what country you're from or what's your music preference. If you can vibe with it, then you can vibe. Like I said, most people over here don't want to listen to the music over there due to language barrier because I don't understand what they're saying. And like a leader from BTS, I like to reference them a lot. He says music is the transcendence in language throughout the world. You don't need to understand to feel. Because, like I said last time, you don't like music back in the day before we even existed had no vocals. It was just instruments. And everybody got that vibe and everybody danced or everybody felt sad or happy. That's how music was back then. Now there's vocals added and now people want to know what people are saying. It's like, nah, I just got to feel the beat and the energy or the vibe. If I want to know what the lyrics are, I can read them during it because thank God me watching anime and subtitles, I got that shower gun effect. When I look at that, I read the whole line or the lyrics first before they even finish it, get it, and then I can still watch what's going on at the same time. So that's one thing. I just try something new. Don't be afraid.
Right.
We're talking about K-pop. I'm about to do a top pop.
Hey, pop that top.
And I gotta tell you something. Bud, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, man, I always love meeting someone or just even talking to somebody that has such a good intention behind what they're doing, because a lot of the time people get into things for the wrong reason. People want to get into something because
it's the thing to do.
And not only that, but because they don't feel loved or maybe don't feel appreciated enough. And
they don't feel like they belong. They're just trying to join the crowd kind of thing. And
probably,
fuck that.
They're probably the ones that in the family, like, they never got that attention that they needed from their family members. So now they're doing their own thing.
But hey, people got to realize it's that 1%. You know what I mean? But if you have a good intention, that percentage goes up. You know, if you're doing it for the right reasons, then you're not going to burn out. No. You're not going to burn out because you enjoy what you're doing. Exactly. There is no like, oh man, fuck, like how many people looked at my video or like, oh man, I'm not growing or like, there's no thoughts about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, like I tell people, I was like, some of my videos, they hit over 100 views, sometimes some of them don't. At the end of the day, I'm not complaining if I don't have a view or not, because usually even my smallest viewed ones, that many people still watched it, and that many people, I am grateful for them to even come across that video of mine and even watch it, subscriber or not. That's the only thing I care. As long as someone has seen my video and has liked it, not even leaving a like button or leaving a comment, but if they can get that vibe and see me more frequently, then they know that I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
And bro, a lot of the time, like, speaking from my experience, a lot of the time, like, I watch a video, right? And then I'm just like, oh, that was a cool video. I'm not going to subscribe because I don't really like care that much. But then a lot of the time, like, I come across their content a second time and I'm like, damn, that's a really good video. And then I'm like, by the third time, I'm just like, yo, I got to subscribe to this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So a lot of the time, if you're making quality content for the right reason, you will, eventually people will latch onto that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, that's a really good point, man. To just be genuine, have a good intention, and have fun, man. Have fun with what you're doing.
Literally be yourself, because I have some people on the team that I'm still part of. They, a couple of them have just like, they're just like, how do you do like how you do Clouds? Because that's what they was like. I was just like, I'm literally me. That's like who you see on camera is who you gonna see outside. Like you saying, like I'm not faking. Like each time I react to a group, if usually every single time I vibe with the music, it gets added to my playlist like immediately. Like I'll do it like right after I go to Spotify. It's on my playlist, and then I have it right there, getting set up, ready. So I know now when it comes to that point, I'm like, oh shit, I actually did put this on the. Because it'd be a while, I'll be like, okay, yeah,
yeah, exactly,
yeah, exactly.
So, I think what we're saying as far as like happiness goes, make your work a passion project.
Exactly.
Make your work a passion project, folks. I mean,
feed your soul.
Feed your soul. Just do it because you like to do it.
Exactly.
Do it because you want to do it, and it makes you happy. Like anything in life. I mean, going outside of YouTube, whatever you're doing, if it makes you happy, continue doing it. And that's. I mean, like we said before, as long as you're getting the bills paid. That's the main thing, right?
Exactly.
You got to lay that foundation. You got to make sure you're a contributing member to society.
Exactly.
But after you do that, man, if anything outside of that, if you're doing it because it makes you happy, continue doing it. I mean, that's it.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to have your most fun in life doing what you love to do. And obviously, everybody who does, my 1,000 subscribers can show that they see how I am. Like they know I love doing this, and even some of the people that I'm part in the gaming community with, like mostly the COD community, they say this like I don't get to watch your videos all the time because it's usually not my thing. But when I do watch it, I can see the hard work that you put in, and I can see that you're actually being genuine and intentional when you react to your videos and all that stuff. And I was just yeah, that's literally how I am. I was like I said, you see me getting hype in the freaking reaction video is the same reaction you're gonna get if I first heard it in the car and I start going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like literally, like anytime I add those songs to my playlist and it pops up and I'm on the highway, I'm over here freaking dancing, just going crazy, just dance bopping all the time.
Knee driving.
Exactly.
Knee driving. You're bopping, and then you're just like, yo, let me use my knee to drive.
Especially if I'm at a stoplight that's taking longer than usual, I'll be over here all windows rolled down, dancing,
you don't
singing.
Give a fuck who's looking at you.
I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, they be looking at me, just be laughing and smiling. I'm like, I'll just be over here just getting lit in the car by myself. Like, that's how I am.
Hell yeah. Now, speaking of your journey to 1,000 plus, because we still growing, baby.
Yeah,
still growing.
Still growing.
You must have had to go through certain points in your knowledge, right? That you're just like, okay, wow, like, damn, like, like a lot of the time when channels start growing or when your audience starts growing, you have to start moving a little bit more, not necessarily like a company, but start to, you understand that because my audience is growing, I have to take certain things into consideration. And I saw that you got your sponsor deal going and certain things that are starting to, be set up and stuff like that. Navigate me through that. How first of all, how did that come about? And like what you're maybe looking at into the future and what you're learning from all of this.
So with the whole sponsorship thing that I got with the PC company and all that stuff, apparently they came to me first. I didn't come to them. And he had came to me. By
the way, that's already a good sign.
Yeah. He came one of the leads over there came to me first and just hit me in a DM and started talking about it. And I was like, I said, I'll check y'all out. I'll give it a few days and I'll think about it. Just because, this is like your first sponsorship, you want to make sure, they're not just there to just do whatever.
Use you,
use you or whatever. So I was just sitting here and I was just thinking, I was just like, and I even talked to the guy because like the one thing that catch me the most is like literally, because I'm thinking, when you get this kind of DMs, you think you're talking to a bot at first, it's just them sending automated messages and all that stuff. But I can tell it was actually somebody behind it because when they were talking to me, they mentioned me playing something on stream, and I was just like, oh, that's when it came to the realization. I was like, oh, this is actually a person I'm talking to. This ain't no automated bot messaging me.
Right.
And all that stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. So I gave him a few days, and then I talked to him, and I read through the paperwork and all that stuff, and I was like, I'll go through it. And it's honestly dope because how they do it is
and if there's like certain discrepancies in the contract that you can't talk about, you don't have to mention them.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. What I like about them is just like they take customer orders and they have a Twitch channel themselves. They'll actually go live building like the PC and all that stuff like from scratch and all that stuff.
Wow.
And see people just seeing customers get their orders built on stream is probably like one of the dopest things to see.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I don't know anyone else that does that.
Transparency.
Yeah.
You can appreciate that.
Because like my PC is not from the company. Of course, I'm with a different company that I bought mine from. Mine was a pre-built, so I didn't get to build my PC. I just wanted certain parts that I wanted to get, and then they built it for me and sent it over. Now, for my next PC, I am gonna build my own PC. I'm gonna get individual parts and put it together. Because honestly, it would be a better way and cheaper than doing. Because pre-builds before they weren't as good, gaming and streaming wise. But nowadays, with everything advancing, you can get a good, decent PC, pre-built PC to be able to do both. Just enough for what you need. And mine's just enough what I need where I can just edit, game, and stream. So it's pretty fun.
Hell yeah. And like, you know, there's other things that come into play, right? Again, when your you know, channel's growing or you know, whatever you're doing, right? You got a business that's getting a little bit more successful. You got to maybe not only worry about sponsorship deals, but also like you're pretty much, you got a growing community and you got to speak to them a certain way. You got to learn about them more and stuff like that. How do you navigate through all of those things? I mean, are you really, really like receptive to comments via like YouTube? Do you talk to the people that comment? Like, how do you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely do that. Now sometimes there'll be times when there's like a lot, because when some videos of mine start blowing up, I can't be able to react, right. Like give a reply to every comment. But I always make sure that I always heart their comments, even if I can't be able to talk to them right then and there, or if it's something not really I have to like respond to, I always leave a heart right there. Just that's how I am. I always tell them I always want to interact with them more. I was like, if you got suggestions in the comment section, let me know. Just stuff like that. Like I even like throw my socials up and say if you want to even like talk to me one-on-one, I have my Instagram up here. I got my Twitter, and if you want to see me play video games, here's the Twitch and all that stuff. I try to do all that. Now I don't mention that. I just throw the little handles. Things I have, the handles up there, and just let them do their thing. And if people want to follow it, they can do it. I'm not gonna force them to do something they don't want to do.
Exactly.
I'm trying to force our viewers to talk to me. They won't.
We'll get there. Yeah. We'll get there.
I'm like, I'm really lonely. I guess it just comes off as aggressive though, and that's counterproductive.
Yeah. You just organic,
I'm just like, talk to me. And like, no, honey, walk away.
In the background, just
I'm like the scary hobo in the park. I got my brown bag nasty. I'm like, y'all got $1? Come on, man. Trying to catch McDonald's breakfast.
Oh shit! Well, what movie were we watching? Can we even say that shit on here? I think we can. I don't see why not.
What movie we want to?
What movie were you watching with the McDonald's breakfast and the kid and Adam Sandler taking care of the kid?
The Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yo, funny story.
Trying to catch that McDonald's breakfast.
Right.
So I've got a really good buddy, and I think everybody's got a good buddy. Anyway, one of my good friends, the girl he's dating, she used to go to the dentist to like, I don't know, practice it was called. But anyway, the chick that was working on her mouth is Adam Sandler's like sister.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say where it's at or what it's called, but I mean that's a small world, man.
Yeah.
You live in where like that funny motherfucker's sister's like playing in your mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Not only that, hey man, like not only that, I mean, I have so many weird experiences like in a place like Greensboro, North Carolina, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meeting like I used to know a couple of like
Oh man,
boys that played high school ball, basketball and stuff.
Mhm.
Now they're in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then
Somewhere in the NFL.
NFL, right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it is a small world, man.
Yeah.
Small
met
world.
Petey Pablo in a Waffle House down by the Four Seasons Mall.
Wow. Yeah, that's
If
insane.
you guys remember Petey Pablo,
Yeah.
North Carolina, take
I
your
got
shirt
to-
off.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got to meet Lil Dicky when he was in concert over here a few years back.
Hey man,
It was a pretty dope experience.
a fellow Jew.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Can't say what went down,
Yeah.
but it was a pretty dope moment. It was just like one of those moments because you see how he is, and you think he's like, is he really like that, like outside? And he literally is what you think he is.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy though, man, because now that your shit's starting to take off and like a little bit by little bit, it would be fun, right, to see you be in a place where you can start interacting with a lot of the people that you're reacting to. Have you ever interacted with somebody that you did a reaction video to or anything like that? Or
it's funny that you said that. So my birthday September 1st. So 3 hours before.
Happy late.
Appreciate it. So 3 hours before then, I just go live on stream and all that stuff. I'm just pre-gaming, go rolling into my birthday and all that stuff. And I just have these people coming out of nowhere. It's just like, yo, Rick from Year of the Ox is like asked for us to come find you and get you in his stream right now.
what?
So the Year of the Ox, they're two Asian Korean American artists went from Virginia to LA, and they just like they come. I was like, what? Because I'm in a voice chat call with my team in the first place, and I'm just like, what? So apparently, I get into his stream, and they're just like, yo, like we have been watching. He's like, yo, Galactic, we have been watching your reaction video to our song Captain America for over like an hour now into the stream. And I was just like, what? So I was like, okay. So like, I'm sitting here and he's like, and then you got to know. And then
are you thinking in your head, you're like, do I have to apologize for this?
right. So I'm sitting here just, being cool. And he's like, and we started talking. And he's like, yo, he's like, you got Discord? And I was like, yeah, I'm typing in this chat. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm in the voice chat call with my friends. Like, yo, he wants me to get in a voice chat call with him. Like, he's like, oh my god. It's like, yo, that's crazy. Because I'm with my stream. I have his stream open on my stream, and I'm in an intermission screen where you can see my webcam and him, and you just see my video in the back because he has like the green screen thing. So you just see my video playing in the back with no music, and it's just that. And I'm just I get in a voice chat call with him and all that stuff, and he's just like. Cool guy, and this is like my second time actually like talking to like someone like music wise that's like kind of famous, but not like they're underrated. Like they're how they are, they should be more blown up than they are. But they're
the group is called You're the Ox.
You're the Ox, and
is that ox like ox cord or ox like the bull?
Bull.
Okay.
Bull. And we started talking. He's like, yo, like, we've been watching your video for, like, over an hour and all that stuff. And we just want to say, just, like, dude, just, like, seeing reactions like yours and all that stuff is actually, like giving, like, we love it. It's like, yo, it's like, what, like, he's like, he just starts asking me questions like a little interview. He starts doing his little interview voice and all that stuff. And he's just like, so, how'd you come across for the Year of the Oxen? I was just like, it was back around 2016. I was literally on Facebook. And then your song Seven Rings just popped up while I was watching a bunch of videos, and I started listening to this, and I was just like, yo, this shit fire as fuck. I was like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
I look them up, and that's when I just got in that rabbit hole and listened to the music and stuff. And he was, I told him that, he was like, wow. He just started doing that because I had to stream up and stuff, and I was just like, it was just a great experience. I got to talk to him, and like, he even wished me a happy birthday and all that stuff before then. And then the other half member, he was actually in the back. You couldn't see him, but he was in the back doing because you know how Timbaland has like those online beat classes and stuff. He was in that thing learning how to just do whatever because they like to produce their own stuff too. And he's like, yo, Jay. He's like, can we get a happy birthday for Galactic over here? And all I hear is, yo, happy birthday, Galactic. And I was just like, I was over here just geeking. I was just like, while keeping my cool because I'm talking to like somebody. Because everybody's like, how do you even do this without like shit in your pants? And I was just like, I don't know. I just go with it. It's like, I treat them like I would treat anybody else. I treat them like as a normal person. I wouldn't treat them like, oh my God, like being a crazy fan, because that literally intimidates
it puts
them.
up a wall. Then like, they're not going to want to talk to you. It's not comfortable.
Exactly. It's not comfortable. So
it gets out of that realm of being organic.
Exactly. So
we've been talking about this whole time, man.
Yeah, exactly. So like when I got to talk to him and all that stuff, so like every like now and then, like if he's streaming and all that stuff and I'm still alive or whatever, and he's ending his stream, he'll end up like raiding me and bringing his people to come over.
Wow.
And we just be talking and just having a good time and stuff. It's always
anytime
awesome. I come in there, he's like, "Yo, what up, Galactic?" I'm like, typing in the chat like, "Yo, what up, Rick?"
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great time. That was probably I was like, nothing is gonna beat this birthday. I swear, 2021, my birthday, it had to be something like me getting flown out somewhere for me to like for this to top it, because ain't nothing gonna top this birthday of me actually getting to talk to one half of one of my favorite rap artists. So it's
2021 streaming on the moon,
right? Just coming over here, just like, yo, what up, guys? I'm in Mars. We about to do this reaction video real quick. Like,
you see him in fucking spacesuit, like
see me flying around, just dancing, singing, just going crazy.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Now me and Dima just demonstrated we can't dance.
I can't either, but I'll be doing it. I can't sing either, but I'll be doing it on these reaction videos.
You just gotta, like you said, man, you just gotta...
You gotta be vibing, man.
You gotta vibe, and you just gotta do it. You just can't think about it too much, you know?
I bet it's easier to dance in space, though.
Oh.
Moonwalk, easy day.
Yep.
We were watching this crazy video where this astronaut, I forgot who it was exactly, but, you know, they were testing their suits, and they were bouncing. And they were bouncing and seeing how high they can get. This dude just completely bounces and then goes back down, loses his balance, and his oxygen supply hits the fuck out of the moon surface. And he thinks he's dead, bro. Because once the oxygen cuts off, you're fucked.
Yeah,
like that shit cracks, you're done. That's it. Exactly. You can't breathe. That's it. You're finito. And it was a crazy ass. Like they were explaining like the gravity, how it was lighter, and you have to be careful because because of the fact that the gravity is lighter,
you
movement
over exaggerate your movements.
Right, yeah, exactly. So it was.
But the good thing about it is it gives you time in between your falls.
Yeah.
To like correct yourself if you need to.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's.
Man, wild, man. This world
Maybe
is
I'll
wild.
give me a job with like SpaceX or
NASA.
Right.
Musk on the phone.
Yeah, be like, yo, I'm ready to be a space soldier.
Yo, put me in.
2021, Musk calls James.
Right.
I've got all kinds of like sick training background shit. Like, put me in. Like,
hey, put me in, coach.
Exactly.
I'm ready to play.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. Well, shit, we covered so much, bro. We covered the whole lot, bro. We covered, like you navigating where you're at right now, how to talk to sponsors,
tell the kids stay in school.
Tell the kids to stay in school, how
be
to
on top of your stuff to make sure you can achieve your dreams.
Yep, exactly.
Keep it genuine.
Keep it genuine, exactly. That's a really big one we talked about.
Because it's not, because nowadays there's a lot of people don't have that genuine like response to a lot of stuff now, and it's just
it's almost like everyone's jaded. They're like,
before we bring people on this show, I always tell them, do not tell me anything you're going to talk about before you're on the show, because I want to be genuine.
Nick actually like legit, like genuine.
Especially this son of a bitch. He's always like, man, guess what? I'm like, if it has to do with the fucking show, I swear to God, I'll hit you.
Yeah, I think I remember when we were over there just lounging, and he's like, before you say anything, don't say nothing. I was just like, word, how do you know?
Say less.
Say less.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I am.
It's a big thing with me, like especially because I already don't overreact to things. So like if you want to get something out of me, you gotta lay it on when it needs to be on.
Exactly. Because especially this is our first time meeting, so like this is you getting to know me not only as just what I do as a content creator, but as me as a person,
Mhm.
because literally there's no in between. It's the same person.
Right.
That's why I love about doing this, just because I'm just being me.
Transparent.
And like, because I'm sure, as you know, when I was young, middle school, I was a sensitive ass kid. I always have been a sensitive ass kid when I was young. Then I grew out of that, but then I realized when music started becoming my escape, if I listened to something that sounded so beautiful, it wouldn't matter what it was. My eye would just start crying at it on its own, and that's when I realized that now I
What are you
use
doing? I'm not upset. Put that down.
yeah, exactly. So now I realize that my sensitivity has matured to a level where I if I hear something so beautiful, it can be vocals or anything like that, or if it's a song and it's hitting or whatever, where I can relate to it, that's when it hits me. That's the only time I ever get that sensitive side out of me, is when I'm literally listening to music. So like what I said, doing the music reactions, you're getting that sensitive side out of me, especially if it's going to be something that's going to be sad, or it's just going to be something, or if I just hear something beautiful, I just get goosebumps in my hair stand. I'm like, that's why anytime I stop and pause on the reaction video, it's like, oh God, vocals, Jesus Christ, stop.
So like you're just saying, is like if that shit resonates,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, because there's that theory that goes around, is like, if you listen to music and you close your eyes and you feel something in your whole body, like goes and gets covered in goosebumps and all that stuff, then that's a special part in your brain that you're hitting that that most people can't hit. And I was like, that's an interesting theory, because I was like, most people, we don't use all of our brain.
We don't use most of our brain.
Exactly. So it's just like, for me to know I'm hitting a part of my brain that brings out that side of me, I love it. And that's just me being me.
Hell yeah, man.
I can fucking appreciate that.
Exactly.
Hey. Tits
to ass.
Yes. Well, listen, man. I think it's about time to wrap it up, boys. I mean, we've had a really, really good episode. I really want you to do our outro. But before we get there,
drop some words.
Drop some words, bro. Talk to the viewers, man. Where can they find you? And maybe an inspirational message or anything, man. Something that it has been in your mind for a little bit that you feel like you just got to put out to the universe or anything.
Oh, yeah. So, you can always find me, my Twitter at Galactic_Clouds. That's where I do most of my gaming stuff and my reaction videos for that. Instagram, the Galactic Clouds. And then YouTube, it should be Galactic Clouds, just space out right there in between them. Besides that, inspiration-wise, like literally, if you got something, go for it. But make sure you're on the right path before you do that. Because getting to your journey of where you want to be, there's going to be so many paths to get there. But there's only one right path that's going to take you the whole ride there. And that's the one that's going to test you the most of how badly you want it. And along with that, I also say my favorite saying that I tell everybody that I'm around and that I cherish and love, and even to my community myself, stay golden. That's my thing.
Hell yeah, bro. And this has been the 4099 podcast. I really want you to do our outro, so I'm gonna wait on that. With your hosts Dima and
Nick,
and you drop our outro, bro. Go ahead, clean this shit up, take it out.
Oh God, y'all put me on a spot like that.
Hey, do your subscribe, like all that shit. Go ahead, like you would on your channel, bro.
So,
outro this shit like you would on your channel.
If you want to see more, and if you're new to this podcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button if you enjoyed today's videos. And hopefully we see you in the future. Yo, get in the comment section. Talk to my mans, please. Just talk to him. He just wants to interact with y'all even more. He might be aggressive with it, but coming from me, he's a nice guy. Just do him the favor. Give him something to do, man. That's all you can do. And this has been the 4099 podcast, baby. Y'all have a good one.